약정하고 나와라 사람마다 정신 나간 할리데이 이거 분위긴 여름바다 걸리적거리는 윗돌이 탈의해 어두선하게 뻥치지 마라 양치기 소년같이 사방을 전전하며 블라블라 동해도 내가 다이빙하면 아담한 포장 죄다 박살 내라 클릭 클릭 Come on everybody just tap tap kiss your body 아무리 죽을 힘을 다해서 덤벼도 tap tap도 안돼 안돼 제대로 놀아줘 This will be 일일이만 봐 박수 치고 손 들어 이건 반king 당신할 때까지 계속 shout Yeah 모두 놀라 핵박 지르는 거야 난 굳게 바닥에 점장 떨지 말고 Never think lucky ducky 참지마 그냥 욱해 욱해 Yeah 아무나 다 데리고 와 rock and roll
Game Bro. Why the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as other stuff that I like better?
So, okay, Spurb is this game that a lot of cats seem hella pumped of, and this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah man, I'll write something. But I don't know. I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise? That's fine. I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some brosives. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? While you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out, and I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up ins? Know what I'm saying, bro yo ma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real. At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis who was over the other day. We were gonna chill in front of the Dark Knight and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So this one time he was leaning against the screen door and the shit popped open, and the back deck was wet and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall. But hey, I guess a thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch The Dark Knight on account of Ron tucking his bawling candy-ass girth to the hospital, but it's cool. I still got another watch in me, Brotel Rwanda. Bro notes. Dennis was so wasted, haha, I mean, damn.
It might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. After looking at the Magician's hat, you expend your final card on it. You would like to get the funny glasses too, but you don't have a free card in your Silladex. However, you are able to merge the Beagle Puss and the Magician's hat to create a clever disguise. John? Who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been, nor ever will be... No, yeah, this is just a really shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. After leaving your room, you exit into the hallway. On one wall, a picture hangs of a fella who sure looks like he knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart. You always thought that he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture to such a brazen assumption. After heading downstairs, the accursed odour of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch-nemesis Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks into high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Ugh, look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad can sure be a real cornball. Sometimes at night, you just pray for burglars. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April or that it's not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire, and that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it! Categorically at all times without exception. As domestic myth of uncountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon is an arrant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that. Tossing the Game Bro into the fire, it doesn't actually burn anywhere near as quickly as you had hoped. As you decide to fondly regard the cremation, you examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacre's. He never wants to talk about it. After reaching for the urn, you clumsily mishandle it, and now ash is everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it, though. Whilst cleaning up, you come upon your father's pipe, in which you use it to beef up your clever disguise. Looking upon the large package in the room, you contemplate what could possibly be inside it, and the thought of that is very exciting. But it also makes you a little nervous at the same time. Oh, hell no! With that out of the way, you first prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the room sprawled out all akimbo-like just struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes onto your available card. Carefully, you merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ash is back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it would have been tidier if you just used a broom and a dustpan. Putting the urn back, no one will be the wiser. Except for maybe people with eyes. After getting just another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms, you pry them out of the cake and quickly capture log them. And also it looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. Well, it appears that another one of your chums is messaging you.
I understand you have recently come into the possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar. And you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to get it from him, so BRB.
John.
What?
You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you even think that? That is so stupid.
Okay.
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, I was wearing a silly disguise this entire time.
I know, John.
After heading back downstairs, you can now execute that brilliant idea that you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. Oh, you don't care what Colonel Sassacre says, this makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. After finding a burnt page on the floor from the Game Bro magazine, you decide to inspect it. Provolone! You decide to put this back in the fire where it belongs. And while you're cleaning up, you may as well throw the present wrap in the fire. You think of capture logging the doll, but you can carry hefty items, but this thing is just way too big. Get real! Besides, you don't even want it. Looking upon Colonel Sassacre's text, you thought about consulting it to determine just how hilarious the doll is now. But this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget about it for now. Moving onwards, the door to the left leads into the kitchen, from which a smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift even an especially portly hobo off of his feet. The door to the right leads to his study, where your dad spends a lot of his time. He could be in either room, so where will you go? After choosing to go into the study, John looks around. It doesn't look like your dad is in here right now. Looking upon your father's desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capture log card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Haha, oh Dad, you won't be falling for that one again. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. You swap the magician's hat with a bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a whole lot more distinguished looking. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he can rather be a piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. But how you suffer for your comedy. Hey, there's a capture log card on the desk. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your cellar. Ah! Out of frustration for the antics of the capture log card, John plays a haunting piano refrain. Now John decides to play 52 card pickups, the prankster's favourite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid! Look at this mess! The peanut gallery all over there is sure getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. You go back into the living room and contemplate about checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into Dad's encounter. Your television is also currently airing a commercial. You exit the house. Hooray! After checking your mailbox, it is predictably empty. You have already been scooped by your father. The streets are empty. Winds skim the voids, keeping neighbours apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or say. A plundered mailbox, a familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday today, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand from the repertoire of an unseen Riddler. Wanted to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It's a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absent diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans of fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling that it's going to be a long day. But despite this, maybe you should leave a surprise for the mailman.
No.
Looking into your dad's car, the door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that usually comes in the mail, like bills or coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. You try to get a gander in through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems that your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass has steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see what's on the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there, and included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears suspiciously labelled with the Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. Heading back inside, you decide to go into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise, it's time to work your magic. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't even know what you are thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There is only one way to settle this.
Strife!
You cannot abscond! This pesky guardian is blocking your path and you will need to engineer some sort of distraction. And he now brandishes yet another artifact of confection. This man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible. The Beagle Agus absorbs the brunt of the treat. It looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange, as is usually the case. In retaliation, you take the pie tin and unequip the Beagle Puss. Everything in your Sylladex is pushed back a card. The smoke pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were. Oh. Well, nothing happens. What a huge letdown. But when two great forces oppose each other, the victory will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sasuke's text out of your Sylladex.
Sasuke, you beautiful bastard!
Now's your chance! Now that Dad is busy plactating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away. You snag your dad's PDA, and maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as a prank. Besides, it may come in handy later. Your spare capture log card is forced out of the Sylladex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have 5 cards to work with. Additionally, the red package is addressed to you, so you take it. And upon taking the envelope, you now have the Suburb Beta. You leave the kitchen and capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card. Furthermore, you merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards. Everything in your Sylladex is smushed between the cakes. Why don't you think these things through first? You pause at the junction and head down the hall. You are going to need something to clean up the mess you are about to make by dissecting this cake. To the left is the bathroom, and to the right is your dad's room. It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering. He has secrets. You enter the bathroom. You can see the backyard from your window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy. There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride, which has been responsible for more than one painful injury, and has provided you with years of lament. On the sink is your dad's razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel. You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake. You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods. The items force the man-handled cake into the toilets. And just like that, your Sylladex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. After that mess, you choose to return to your bedroom. You're not usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage any heap of smouldering wreckage. This is your McConaughey wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor. The film above that one is a lot better, you think. Can you see her? I want you to picture that little girl. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism. Damn, you are good.
Hi, happy birthday, John! Hello? Okay, I will talk to you later.
Hey, Gigi's looking for you. Why are you even so popular all of a sudden? Is today some sort of special occasion or something? Did you do something to curry favor with the ladies? Did you break your leg on a puppy or some shit? Dude, what are you doing?
I discovered a comet is going to destroy the Earth. It was named after me. Now I'm famous and everyone wants to talk about me a lot.
No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold.
McConaughey?
Sounds like a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of that clown you've got hanging up.
Those are my dad's.
I was talking about Nick Cage.
Oh, what? No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet.
So lame. You don't even like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it?
I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you on your birthday?
No, those are awesome.
What? No, they're stupid, which was a joke. The ironic joke, get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you?
I'm wearing them ironically, because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome, and vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen.
You do realize they touched Stiller's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point.
Ew, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail?
Yeah.
Did there happen to be a package there?
Yeah, there's a big red one.
You should probably open it.
I would, but it's trapped onto the Esper beta, so I will probably open it after I install the beta.
Oh man, the beta came?
Yeah, wanna play it?
No way.
Why not?
It sounds so hells of boring, just get TT to play it. She's all about that.
Where'd she go?
Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess. Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar. Are you still using the stack modus? Seriously, dude. You need to bone up on your data structures. That shit is just ridiculous.
Okay, I will.
You decide to space out in front of the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Thypius web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. The new adventure is okay, but you are not sure if you like it as much as the last one. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta. You insert the CD and install the Suburb Beta.
What the fuck is this?
You go to your closet where you keep a lot of the clothes and array of handy computer programming guides. Data Structure for Assholes by Buckminster Funny Uncle. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Now get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free fetch modus in the back. You're not really sure if you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of onery. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. You turn to the back of the inside cover where a free fetch modus is included in the plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure, operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out method of stack. Items capture logged in your Silodex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for the items on the upper card to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance though. You try switching back to stack modus, but you suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you ever had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract and you prefer not to think about it too much.
But put it down?
You're not quite sure if you understand. You capture log one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight! After picking up the second cake, it causes your razor to launch out the front of your Silodex. Oh good lord. That beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. You decide to get more stuff from your magic chest and open it and capture log one of your favourite books of all time. Wise Guy by Mike Caveney. And there goes the fresh towel. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet.
Oh god damn it.
You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape though, and you'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's all so simple. You wonder why you didn't... You pick up the package again and... Yeah, let's take this from the top. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Silodex rains devastation on your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that anytime again soon. Also, you should probably go and get that stuff before you forget about it. You use the razor to open the package and there is something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously smelly and dirty. It is a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich Cyrus the Virus while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe. And strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas City strip by Cage Poe and offered to his daughter. A gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According to the note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. Looking at your computer, it looks like it's trying to get your attention.
It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect.
Well, okay, but I just got the most awesome present.
The rabbit?
So sweet!
I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now.
What?
Why don't we focus on the matter at hand?
Oh, the game! Okay. I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here?
You are running the client application. I am running the server, so I am the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game.
Okay then.
Why don't we get started?
왔다 바라바라 밤나 팔을 불어라 어디 몸 좀 풀어볼까 나 달아 다쳐 높이 올려라 뻣뻣한 몸치 빡치들 우리 보고 배워